Hi, my name is Royletta Romaine. I'm the owner of Healing by The Forkful, and I'm a registered dietitian and certified LEAP therapist from Boston, Mass. LEAP stands for Lifestyle, Eating, and Performance. I help my clients reduce or stop symptoms of inflammation, fibromyalgia, irritable bowel syndrome, and migraines with food, not medicine. You can find me on Instagram at healingbytheforkful or by email at healingbytheforkfulrd@gmail.com. My mini podcast is short and to the point. A few times a month, I will bring you a new person who has been helped by what I call a personalized anti-inflammation blueprint. Please send me an email or if you have questions or would like to be on my podcast. My hope is to reach and help as many people as I can. So, welcome to Healing by the Forkful. Let's get started. So, today I have with me Rachel McKenzie. She is a client of another LEAP therapist, but she's had so much success that I wanted to invite her and have her share her story with you. So, Rachel, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Rachel McKenzie. As she said, I am born and raised in Louisiana, lived here most of my life, an HR manager, and married and have pets, and just very active and spend a lot of time traveling, going to concerts, and spending time with my friends, just enjoying life.
Awesome. And I'm sure this protocol has helped you be able to do that a lot more. So why don't you tell us what your symptoms were, if you had a diagnosis, whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
Okay, so about 22 years ago, so I've been on this journey a really long time. I got to where I couldn't walk. I couldn't hardly move. I couldn't raise my arms over my head. I'd had three surgeries in 6 months, including a hysterectomy, gallbladder removal, and some cysts removed. And I really started asking my doctors what was going on in my body. There was something going on that was causing this. Yes. We're just trying to solve symptoms. So I was 28 years old at the time, and it was pretty devastating knowing that when your whole life you think you're going to be a mom and then you can't be because the doctors wanted to just take care of the symptoms. And they just went, in a hysterectomy at 29, I was just like, what's going on with
devastating.
I had read a story in a magazine that too much yeast in your body could cause this problem. And I asked my doctor about it, and he was like, nah, they don't know what they're talking about. Uh-huh. And so not long after that surgery, symptoms still were there. Like I said, I just got to where I couldn't hardly walk. I was in and out of emergency rooms. I couldn't hold my arms over my head. And the doctor was about to send me to a rheumatologist. And I was like, I don't have anything to lose by going to see one of the local holistic doctors here. And so I did. And it was amazing when I followed her protocol, cleaned yeast out of my system, how good I felt in just a very short period of time. But like I said, I'm in the South, and I know that there are some places that eat a little different than we do, but we love our food. We love our fried foods. Everything is around food. Everything is around flavoring and how good does it taste, and it's all social. And it's all social, right? Like most people, if you're out with your friends or your family, the social activity is around food. So it's a very difficult lifestyle when I was super strict on what the doctor told me I could or couldn't have. that started my journey of reading and learning as much as I can about holistic medicine and eating for your body and what you need to do. And so I've been in a constant state for about 20 years of I do it and then I fall off. And then I do it and I fall off. And about 8 years ago, I had another, one of my natural doctors did the test, the food sensitivity test for me. And it was so overwhelming, the number of things that I just couldn't have. And
that's why it's great to work with a dietitian, sure.
Yeah, the doctor did it and said, here you go. And of course, none of my friends wanted to follow this. None of my husband. And when you're in the house with people who eat differently and your friends eat differently, it was just really hard to follow. And not long after I did that test, she also came back with a Hashimoto's diagnosis, which then led me down the path of thyroid medicine and this, and you need this, and you need this medication, and you need this medication. And I just refuse. I just know it's not the right path. So I started doing a lot more research, doing a lot more research on my own. Your food can heal your Hashimoto's. What you eat can heal. But then you hear so much conflicting information when you feel so bad and you're going to the doctor. And when you feel bad, you don't feel like cooking. You don't feel like doing the things.
You don't feel doing anything.
And it becomes hard. And my lifestyle is not at home meals. My lifestyle is out to eat, and I don't have kids, so I'm not having to make that effort. It's where's something quick, where's something easy. And so I gained 30 pounds all of a sudden, and I'm 5'1", so 30 pounds on a 5'1" person is as much as 50 or 60 on a taller person, right? So I was miserable. I was tired. I finally was connected with a different endocrinologist, and she just basically said, medicine's not helping you. The medicine we have you on should be helping you, and it's not. She said, I really do think you need to call this dietitian, do the test, and I think you could get off your medicine. So 3 months ago, I did it. And with a dietitian who says, no, you can have this and this and this. If that's how you do, then you just need to make these choices and be smart with it. And I just was committed. It was just, there's no other option. I'm miserable.
There is no other option. And it's like it's almost your last resort. It was really my last resort. I was just like, well, what else am I going to do? So finally I was just like, I have nothing to lose. So I'll either feel better or I won't. So let's do it.
Yeah. And this time my husband, over the last couple of years, my husband started really paying more attention to what I've been saying for 20 years. And so he's been doing more of it. So he's far more supportive this round, I think, than where he may have been in the past. But I also just had to say, I don't care what you eat. I'm not going to do it. And it has been very life-changing. In 3 months, I've lost those 30 pounds.
Awesome.
I no longer have brain fog. I'm getting so much done at work. I have sustained energy throughout the day. And I just keep my list with, like my mom last night wanted me to go to a salad station with her. And I had my list as I went through the salad station. I can have this. I cannot have that.
Little card is handy. I love that.
So I just went through and chose the items I could eat. And it was good. I didn't have all of the dressing that I wanted. I didn't have the stuff I wanted, but I ate the stuff that I could have, and I left feeling great.
And I like the way we focus on food that you can eat. We try to help you establish a good menu, and you do have choices. once you figure out what doesn't work, we help you figure out what does work and how to integrate them through your day.
Yeah. And being from Louisiana, I love shrimp. It was one of my favorite things. Well, it's one of the least reactive foods for me. So I can eat all the shrimp I want. I just have to make sure it's seasoned appropriately. Maybe not fried shrimp, but I could have boiled shrimp. I could have grilled shrimp. And then it was one of the things that was surprising to me is I can have white potato. I can have bread, but I can have white potato and I can have rice. So that to me made me happy. So it was like I focused, I can't have apples or bananas, but I can have all the watermelon and pineapple I want to eat, which are my favorites.
Exactly, focusing on what you can eat. Perfect.
Yeah. So it really, it's just been life-changing this time, and I've told everybody I know, and my mom has actually signed up now to get her test done.
So how long did it take you to actually feel some relief?
It really took me about 3 weeks. And so at about the 3-week point, I was like, this is pretty easy. I can do this. I'm not having all of these cravings. And I will tell you, first week, I went out of town, and it's hard to go to a hotel and be in a hotel for a week and not just go through the breakfast bar, and you have to be pick and choose. And then all my friends wanted to go to our favorite restaurants. And so I just watched them eat bread, and it was just all mental. It was just, I'm going to do it this time. And I think you have to be prepared to say, I'm just going to do it, and go. Absolutely. Eat what you can and then just resist the rest.
I always recommend that when people are going out, we can look online now. It's so much easier than it was before. So you can kind of look online and pick your menu, and you can enjoy your meal with everyone else.
Yeah. I don't, if I eat out, I'm not the person that's going to say, oh, I know this seasoning or that seasoning. I've been a little bit more flexible just to ease myself into it and for my lifestyle that I live. So I just may say, no seasoning, please. And if I get something with seasoning, it's okay. I just, I try to, just not eat as much of that.
Yes. But a lot of it's dose dependent as well. So that's key to remember.
But I don't have the used to. I would eat and I would immediately be like, and my friends were like, oh, which item did you eat? And I was like, I don't know what it was on the plate. And now it's like, I don't have those immediate reactions. And so it's the support I've gotten this time, I feel like has been a lot more than where it was. And I think it's because they all knew how miserable I was, how much weight I gained, how miserable I was, how I just didn't feel good. And now
it's really day and night. It really is. You don't think it would be, but some people have very few things they need to get rid of, and then some people have a little bit more, and the dietitians help you, make your way through that list so that you can have a normal, healthy, active life. Actually, how has your life changed since doing this? You lost 30 pounds, but have you been doing things that you hadn't been really doing before because of symptoms?
I still did things. I may then just go home and crash, right? Right. I mean, it may have taken everything out of me, and then I need weekends to recover. But where I'm finding now is just the sustained energy from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, and just overall feeling it. I feel like my old self again. My mood is better. My brain fog is gone, so I am just knocking out projects at work like crazy, which is good for me because that's what I like to do. And when I wasn't feeling good, I felt like I wasn't being the best employee that I could be. So it's been really good. And my sister's on board now once she sees, how my mom does, right? Like, is it just me or does it really help? But I just think it's a gift to share with everyone else. This is no working out because I haven't gotten back in the gym yet, but it's just through food. And And that's what is so amazing to everyone who's seen me the last 3 months of just how I've changed and progressed in a short period of time.
Absolutely fantastic. I look forward to hearing how your mom and then how your sister and then your mom will feel, because she's going to jump right on the wagon, because it's just night and day. You know what I mean? It's amazing.
And when I got the test results, I gave a copy to my mom because she cooks us dinner a lot, and she wanted to make sure she was cooking what I could eat. So I think you do have to have people in your corner and help support that, because it's not easy if you're always used to doing one thing to make that kind of change, but it's possible and it's worth it.
Yeah. Having a support system makes everything so much easier. So you have your support system with your dietitian, and then have your family on board. It helps so much.
Yeah. The dietitian part is, I think, the part that's the most important with it. And because when I got it from the doctor, it just did not, it just was too overwhelming. Whereas the dietitian,
they just hand it to you and say, good luck.
And the dietitian was able to break it down, give me food examples, and say, well, if you want to eat mustard, you can still have mustard. You just need to look at what this says or doesn't say on the bottle, and here's a good brand. And so it took a lot of guessing and figuring it out. She did all that for me.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say I went back to my endocrinologist last week, and she did not put me back on my medicine. She kept me off of it. So
that's fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to share to somebody who's contemplating going through the protocol?
Just do it. It's really worth it. And I have studied this for 20 years because I've been back and forth on it. And every single thing I've read over the last 20 years comes back to food. Everything. It comes back to what we're putting in our bodies, and you're either eating to fuel your body or you're fueling disease. And it really does come back to that. And I think everyone should know what it is. I thought I was eating bananas and apples, and that was good for me, but it was causing inflammation in my body. And so things you think are good for you may not agree with you. Whereas I've been told don't eat white rice and don't eat white potatoes, but my body loves them.
Yep. Awesome.
So I think you have to know your body and then follow that, and then go from there, and it's worth it.
Wonderful. It was so nice being able to talk to you, and I'm so glad that you're feeling better, and hopefully more people will jump in and do it, because it really is life-changing, and it's so much better to eat food than to take medications that have crazy side effects and things like that. So thank you for joining me, Rachel.
Thank you for having me.
To all of you out there, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Bye.